Ladies and gentlemen, I come here today to tell you a success story of a partnership with the European Commission. Therefore, I want to start by paying a special tribute and appreciation to the European Commission for their continuing support for the development of research and education in our region. I also wish to pay special tribute and appreciation to the organization, to the organizers of Chain Reds for their kind invitation to me. This is a great opportunity to consolidate efforts towards globalizing e-infrastructures. Thanks to you for continuing support of the EC programs. Without their funding, our efforts would still be incomplete. It's my pleasure to speak today on this unique occasion, with international experts, innovators, and researchers promoting the cooperation between regional e-infrastructure as means to advance research, improve education, accelerate progress, provide hope, and enable better opportunities for our young learners, educators, and researchers. In the globalized world of today, the role of ICT has prevailed, and digital connectivity has become a key growth element of education, knowledge, and innovation in the new millennium. Our youth in the region counts for more than half our population, estimated at 200 million. This large young population places limits and creates new challenges. Unless effective policies are matched with accelerated reforms combined with upscaling education and innovation, our countries are unlikely to capture the vital energy of the youth, meet their ambitions for opportunities and inspiration. The youth of ICT in particular, e-infrastructures and access to knowledge are innovative resources for universities that have become recognized as important tool for advancing research and improving education. Research collaboration, distance education, and e-learning are increasingly dependent on connectivity, access to knowledge, and network participation. The incorporation of e-infrastructure is not just to offer access, but rather also to promote research and provide effective inclusion of tools for harmonization and interoperation of platforms integrating research and teaching and learning processes. E-infrastructure in our region builds on the Euromed Connect project initiative, which has been co-funded by the European Commission since 2004. To support the development of research and education network in the Mediterranean area and promoting scientific collaboration. At the regional level, several efforts were made to utilize this initiative as a regional network. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2010, here in Brussels, I made the formal announcement of the establishment of the Arab States Research and Education Network, ASREN. At the EU Med event, and its launch took place, the launch of ASREN took place at the League of Arab States. The League of Arab States is a similar or an imitation of the European Union, incorporating all the Arab countries, and the Secretary General of the League of Arab States is our honorary chair, and I'm the executive chair of this organization. In 2011, ASREN was officially registered as ASREN GmbH in Germany. We wanted it to be in Germany, to be away from any inter-Arab disputes or to be attached or identified with any particular Arab country. So to have complete independence, we established this Arab organization in Germany. As a non-profit Arab States Research and Education Network, with the initial shareholders, Talal Abu Ghazaleh Organization, Jordan University Network, the Moroccan, and today its shareholders expanded to include Egypt, Sudan, Tunisia, Somalia, Iraq, research and education networks. Since 2011, ASREN has been actively involved in a number of EEC-funded projects, mainly in the context of coordination and harmonization of advanced infrastructures. These projects have laid down the foundation for the interoperation of platforms for seamless access of resources, facilities, and repositories. With the financial support of Talal Abu Ghazaleh Organization and the patronage of the Arab League, ASREN has become the pan-Arab network infrastructure with nodes emerging in London and Emirates, the United Arab Emirates. Our goal is to continue to expand and connect all Arab research and education institutions in a unified network that provides scientists, academicians, students, and researchers with state-of-the-art connectivity and networking services. The point of presence, the POP, node in London has been established in cooperation with ISOC and Cisco. This has already been done. We have contracted a setup of 155 megabit per second dedicated link, providing EU termination and peering at its POP to the Arab ASREN links, facilitating access to world-class scientific research and supporting the development of advanced network research and services across the Arab region. Through the unified e-infrastructure, ASREN has been providing its users with services, applications, and means for joint research collaboration. It allows for a wider access to educational content and efficient computing facilities. It leverages economies of scale in using available research, academic, and technical resources. New projects approved by EC with ASREN as a partner, middleware for collaborative application of global virtual communities, MAGIC. 20 partners from the global research and education communities. It aims at consolidating and completing the building of blocks of middleware necessary for the establishment of marketplace of services and real-time applications for international and intercontinental research groups with facilities, mobility, and work of global science communities. Also, the extension of Euromed Connect 3 to support development across the Mediterranean countries. Additionally, in progress, ASREN has to become a partner in the Africa Connect 2 project covering 3 clusters. Cluster 1 will be managed by UBONET 10 Net Alliance for East and South Africa, Cluster 2 West Africa, and Cluster 3 North Africa, planned to be managed by GEONT in close partnership with VACREN and ASREN respectively. We also would like to look at a link with China. My organization, Talal Abu Ghazaleh Organization, with its network of 80 offices all over the world, has 2 offices, 3 actually offices in China, in Shanghai, Beijing, and Hong Kong. And we have been a close partner of the Chinese government in the development of intellectual property laws as the largest and leading intellectual property company in the world. We are. Talal Abu Ghazaleh Intellectual Property is the global leader in intellectual property protection. We would very much like to start the process as well with our Chinese friends as a necessity for our region. Challenges arise from lack of resources, both technical and financial, especially in the Mediterranean region, to modernize ICT infrastructure, provide up-to-date content, and increase access to repositories and computational facilities. Political instability, of which we all are aware, scattered geographical landscape, and lack of expertise will continue to be the main challenge. And permit me to have a detour here, or a distraction, and assure you that whatever instability we have is very similar to what you had in Europe during the Dark Ages. So this is not the end of the world in our part of the world. It's rather the beginning of the Renaissance. Those who read history will realize that all the great countries in Europe have gone through what we are going through today, and we will win it, and we will overcome it, and we will enter into the Renaissance that you enjoyed in Europe. Thank you. A population, I've been speaking on this very often, and I've just come from a three long interviews in one day on the TV on this subject. Unfortunately, press always, news is only bad news. Good news is not interesting. But I have always believed that, as learning from the great president, Charles de Gaulle, who used to always have books of history on his desk and maps on the wall, and would always say, you cannot make an intelligent decision without going to history and to geography. Geography and history tell us that we have been through this process, even ourselves, so many times, and that eventually we will be the way you wish us to be. And we look at Europe particularly, being the closest partner to the region. We look to you for continued support in making us ride this wave and make it to the Arab Renaissance. A population of tidal wave of young people demanding opportunities could trigger unrealized expectation and demands, hopelessness, and even greater unrest, which may need to be countered by greater investment and empowerment. In this, I'm sure all you see on the news is how bad things are in our part of the world. But I'll tell you that at this moment my firm is having the highest rate of growth it has witnessed in its 50 years, because we realize that there is something to do, there is a service to render, and we are rendering. So by changing just the orientation and the need, and adapting to the needs of the of the situation, we are able to continue to build our future. Still, the regional infrastructure is disconnected. That is why we have our own internet line. We have always been our own ISP. We have an exclusive ISP for our own use. We don't use any ISP provider, and with the highest speed and secure connectivity. Our success is linked to the EC funding, I must say, and I must be very grateful in saying this, which has tremendously contributed to installing facilities, scaling access, and building capacity over the past decade, leading to sharing and openness of sciences and repositories. Without EC continued support, the situation could get far worse, with resources limitations and overcrowded educational institutions with increasing population growth. We have been partners, as I said, these projects have been funded basically by the EC and Talal Abu Ghazaleh organization. We are not a fund user, we are a fund contributor. And so we're very proud that this partnership has been a model of a success story in our part of the world. EC projects will continue to offer the opportunities and mechanisms for building state-of-the-art ICT infrastructure, drive open sciences, and empower institutions with expertise required for the 21st century. EC projects will also continue to enhance the global interoperability platforms, building on success of EduRome, Science Gateway, Federation of Identity Infrastructures, which have largely contributed to the openness of science and sharing. We trust our young scientists with continued endeavor and enthusiasm to overcome these challenges. Cascading changes in the global economy, such as emerging Internet of Things, are relevant to EC Horizon 2020 and other EC funding instruments, monitoring external environments and adapting to support new approaches in the economy to empower open science and innovation through scalable and cost-effective initiatives. The extension of Euromed Connect to the Mediterranean, supporting Phase 2 Africa Connect, and funding MAGIC to regional research and education networks will allow sharing experiences with leading-edge learning institutions, competence building, and innovation ventures at the global scale. Through these projects, ASREN will develop unexcelled insights. In fact, I am very proud to say that in the darkness of the news that you see, we have been continuously successful and achieving. We have not stopped 1 second from the planned action that we have undertaken in developing our programs that could address the challenges of open sciences towards change-enabled supporting e-infrastructure in the cloud services. We have also launched this year Talal Ghazaleh Computer Cloud, which is our own cloud, engineered and constructed by us and owned by us. It's not on any of the international clouds. It's our own private cloud for our own private use as a community of organizations all over the world. We plan to set up research and education Arab Connect cable ring starting at Basra in Iraq, passing through the Arab Gulf, to the Arab Sea in the Indian Ocean, to the Red Sea, to the Mediterranean Sea, to Europe, through ASREN POP in London. This is going on now, today, and we are not stopping it, and there is no any slowness in the process of doing this. With landing points in every Arab country and peering with GEONT, Internet2, and other regional NERNs at the global scale. As ASREN continues to build unique experiences in developing and providing services to the research education communities. By the way, I also chair the Arab Network for Quality Assurance in Education, which is also under the umbrella of the League of Arab States, and we have been vitally involved in recognition of, academic recognition of digital education. I chaired a commission of all presidents of universities in order to draft the code or the rules for academic recognition of digital education, and that process is going on as well. What do we expect from the EU and why? In our experience as partners with EC-funded projects, the highest and longest lasting impact is obtained by using a co-creation approach that gives a strong sense of commitment to ownership and transformation to sharing and openness in sciences and technology through developing e-infrastructures. The EU supports the engagement, EU support and engagement will continue to bring in some trans-system tactics that foster collaboration networks at the global scale. These collaborations will continue to create a base for transformative change that supports peer-to-peer learning and collaboration research and education network. facilitate new approaches to innovation, expand the reach of learning, enhance seamless access to computing resources, and push boundaries. We plan to launch a report on EC funding, supporting the Pan-Arab Infrastructure Network, with a study on linking these networks, knowledge creation and development, KCD, digital research for Arab development, DRAD, research for Arab development, RAD, ICT, and commercial research needed for knowledge creation. Our role as Talal Ghazaleh organization will be the leading, as has been the leading several initiatives to bring together a mix of stakeholders in the pursuit of development projects that cultivate cross-border partnerships and educate next-generation leaders with new values and ideas. One of these is Talal Ghazaleh University. Talal Ghazaleh International University is a unique concept. It's a university that is not a university. It's a university that is all the universities in the world. It is a partner of all accredited universities in the world to deliver their programs online to every citizen in the world. What we're talking about is how we can democratize world-class education through the use of digital technologies. So that is an innovative approach. We help universities who have digital academic programs as well as other educational programs in linking them with students on every continent in the world. I would stop here, and I have a paper that can be distributed in order not to trespass or use the time of other distinguished speakers. So I thank you very much for listening, and I enjoy being with you. I'm very proud to be your partner and very proud to work with you.